Welcome to Around the Campus podcast. Today we have Scarlett in the studio. How you doing, Scarlett?
I'm great.
That's good. That's good. So, you are in our film program, and how did you find out about the CSB film program before you even came to the school?
So I actually found it online looking for digital media production type of classes. So I came across it online there.
All right. And what did you think of the facilities when you came in and you kind of checked it out?
Oh, when I came in, I was stoked. Like, I have never been in an environment that was just full of equipment that I wanted to be familiar with, especially the cameras and the music side of things as well. That was really exciting for me to see. And I also felt like this is where I'm supposed to be because I tried other schools, nothing really worked. And it was just all about the filmmaking process and, broadcasting, things like that, everything that I was interested in. I was really impressed with everything you guys have here.
All right. And you kind of learned about how the classes were going to be, how it was set up, the screenwriting part of it, the technical side of it, and then kind of going into the casting side of it, and then, going into actually producing your film. So you came in, you heard about it all, and then all of a sudden class starts, and your first classes were with Michael Chasen, who was a part of screenwriting. Mm-hmm. How did you feel he did with the screenwriting portion, and what did you get out of that part of the class?
So as far as it goes with Michael and screenwriting, I definitely learned so much about screenwriting. That was something that was very unfamiliar for me. He had a lot of good information, and the way he organized it was easy for me to follow. Genuinely, I learned a lot. He not only was able to give us like the way things work in a screenplay, but also his own types of tricks and tips that he would use, which really improved my screenplay as well because I wasn't familiar with that. He was able to help me cut down some things I didn't need. He had a lot of ideas. So overall, with Michael, genuinely he did create a better screenplay that I did start off with, but I feel like he was good. Yeah. He was good. Yeah. And it was different because we never saw him in person. There was like that distance over the laptop and like having to share our screens and everything, but it still went pretty good, and he was open to us reaching out with emails for extra questions. He would always get back, and he was reliable.
All right.
Yeah.
And then you kind of get into the technical classes. You started with myself and Phil, starting on camera setups and things like that. Was it intimidating when you first started doing it, or did you find it to just kind of come upon you naturally?
Yeah, so I was familiar with most of the equipment, like the tripods, the boom. I was not so familiar with, like, the whole mic set and everything. But for me, it was more comfortable. It was still very exciting and interesting to, like, be hands-on again. But I feel like for me, because it wasn't as much of having to, like, take in all this information, I was able to help other students in the class and make it a more comfortable space for them to really be in the moment and not so worried about, damaging something or anything like that.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then in comes Bob with directing and getting into kind of laying out how your scripts are going to evolve to casting. How did that portion of the class go?
That portion definitely went great. I feel like Bob really helped make going on to directing not so intimidating. Mm-hmm. Showing us videos of like the experience of being on set as a director. I know he gave some books as well that is like first time directing books. Yeah. So being able to like have those resources made it more comfortable for me. I know Bob too, he's another person, very reliable, very open with communication, making sure that we know, please reach out. Like we want to see you guys succeed and like we want to help you. So just reach out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cool. So you get wrapped up with your scripts. You've kind of done your exercises in shooting a scene and editing your scene, and now you get into casting. What did you think of the casting experience?
It was an awesome experience to like kind of just sit there. Like you just sit there and write what you think. You don't really do much like except communicating with the actor, if they have questions about like I need more information. Like, other than that, though, you kind of just are observing, and it's like the end of the day of the first casting, I was like, oh, wow, like, I'm really happy with some of these people. And then we have 4 more casting days, like 3 more days to cast people. So it was really fun. Like, I've never been in that type of situation before.
Yeah.
And I was definitely excited to be able to cast actors, like even saying that out loud, like, hey guys, I'm casting my actors tomorrow. Like, it's just such an amazing process.
Yeah. Did you find it to be emotional? We've had some people when, for the first time you've been working on a script, you've been writing something down, and then when you hear somebody recite it back to you, it's kind of like a singer of a song, that when they hear the audience recite it back. Did you get emotional by hearing anybody, reading any of your lines back to you?
I would definitely say yes. And not like a sappy type of sad emotional, but it was just so amazing to have, like, I read it to myself, but like seeing actors perform it and like bring it up in their own type of way because they've studied the script and their parts. It was crazy. I remember I was smiling and like looking around at everyone like, guys, I wrote this, and like people are actually speaking it and like acting it out. It was really amazing. Yeah. And it felt good. Like, it was just, this is picking up. Like, we're casting people. We're going to be shooting soon.
Yeah. And then you were the first one to shoot out of your class. Now, you had a class of 6. Mm-hmm. We like to keep the classes kind of small here. But you had a class of 6. So you were the first one to film. So you got through casting. You went through your pre-production. You secured your locations, which most of them were here. And then you got to shoot. How did that experience go? How did you feel that went?
It was so fun. And the pre-production part, like having to gather all my props, my equipment, the food, the catering for everyone, call time sheets, I luckily was able to do it in a way where I wasn't overwhelmed with all of the things I had to get done.
Yeah.
And I was really just here on the day that we shot. And it was just so beautiful. Like, I genuinely enjoyed it, and like the collaboration of everyone, like the amount of teamwork and communication that we have, and like that we were able to build throughout the process of getting to actually be on a set together.
Yeah.
I genuinely enjoyed it so much, and I feel like everyone here, like, because this is our passion. Yeah. It's just the energy is there, like, and being on set, like, we have people who, they don't have as much of, like, I'm directing, so like I have to wear that hat. I have to be worried about everything that's going on, tell people what to do. But we have others who, they might just be doing continuity, and they were there for emotional support. Right. They were there to keep people in the right mindset and things like that, which was really great to see.
Yeah. So You shot your film. You've been shooting other students' films, one other student, and now this weekend you're doing another person's film. You've had some collaboration of people coming into your class from other schools, film classes, and also other people from our film classes. How has that experience been working with people outside of your class and people coming in to kind of assist and help? And do you think you're going to come back and help future students?
Yeah, so definitely I would love to come back. Any opportunity just to be here and involved, I definitely would love to just show up. Even if it's just like, hey, you want to come to set just to observe? Like, you're welcome if you want. Like, and so being able to work with other students, definitely something that I appreciate that, like, you guys are willing to, like, have everyone work together, because it's more ideas, it's more techniques, it's more like variety and like diversity. Like, everyone has different ways of doing things and different like learning histories. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Everyone has different backgrounds about this.
And you can kind of like learn off of each other and their techniques and things like that, and kind of pick the best of it. And then some students have actually grown, and worked together on set here, and then gone off to do projects outside of the school. So I'm hoping that you'll kind of grow into that.
I'm actually so excited. I did get an opportunity to be involved on, I think it's Lucy and Juliana, I think that may be a film that they're just doing themselves.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's through the school, but I'm going to be doing painting. Like, I'm painting props for them.
Oh, awesome.
I'm going to do like these big meadow murals, and I'm so excited to see how that comes out.
And that's the kind of the cool thing. I think the neat thing about the film class and the broadcast, I mean, they're all this way because all the classes here at the school are small, so it's kind of a real family atmosphere, and we all get to know each other very well. But the film class has a sense of a different type of family because it's not just the people that are in your class that you get to know. Then the actors come in, and then people from past classes come in. And it's like as you're going through the class, your family just starts to grow of people you get to know, and working in the business, So it's kind of cool. So how would you compare a school like this to other schoolings that you've had?
So I actually went into graphic design before.
Yeah.
And I was able to enjoy the major of graphic design, but having to take part in other classes, it was just, I feel like I was wasting my time because I was only passionate about the graphic design part and like doing things like that. So that, like, honestly, I was just miserable. And like being here, like, I'm excited to like get ready and like last night, I got ready last night to like come here this morning. Like I genuinely enjoy being here.
Yeah, you guys were working on a set, so you're actually in the nighttime class, but you came in to work on the daytime class because they needed some extra crew. So you came in to help out with that. So that's pretty awesome. What would you say to somebody if they were walking down the street and they said, "Hey, I see you're in film and da 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 da. What should I do if I want to get into it?" Would you, how would you explain our school to somebody on the outside?
I would say go in, check it out. Everyone there, they're going to want you to get involved. Like, they're welcoming. They want you to be here and just join the family. I honestly, I would tell them, don't be intimidated or overwhelmed. Everyone wants you here. They want you to join and be part of the process of everything. And I feel like even if someone isn't, super familiar with, the camera or anything like that, it's just, something they might want to try. It's totally worth it. You get so much experience and so much knowledge. I've taken away a lot of things so far.
Yeah, that's great. All right, well, hey, thank you so much for being a part of this. I know you got to get on to other things, so I don't want to keep you, but thank you for being a part of Around the Campus podcast,
Thank
and
you.
Look forward to seeing you more on the different sets.
Yes.
All right.
Thank
Thanks.
you, Jim.
Yeah, thank you.